Hi, and welcome to my new series, Unpopular Opinions, where we try and convince other content creators on our unpopular opinions and try and make them popular opinions. If there's anything you want to see discussed in this series, let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you agree with us or not. In the meantime, guys, don't forget to hit a like on the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. Top Shot is still one of the best combats in the game, even after his fix.
That must be a Wozza thing.
Yes, it is. I tested him, obviously in that
Yeah.
Cup Lagoon, and I still think he's better than most combats. I still think he's better than Flak, and still think he's better than Nightstick. And yeah, for Cup Lagooning, I think I'm still going to use Top Shot.
But just for clarification, was that a 5-star max top shot?
Yeah,
So obviously we know the stat breakdown, right? That anything below a 5-star max is, or I think it's in the process of being fixed, but basically 4-star and below, it took away the DPS boost that it was
yeah.
stating that it should give. So look, where we said that the 5-star was at 118%, which is great because essentially 18% more than what you had without him. But the 4-star and below, no. So yeah, that's I'm with
Oh,
you.
before we start discussing it more, what do we think? Do we still think he's one of the best combats in the game? Is it more of a
5-star,
what do you think,
5 stars.
Freeze?
Only
Yeah,
5-star.
when you say one of, yeah, I still put them up there.
Yeah, because let's be honest, there's
You know,
people out there
obviously,
getting refunds right now. You know what I mean? Like he's
no, it
destroyed,
is.
and I
And
still think he's.
I'll be honest. I told a couple of people that's like, hey man, you might be better off with your refund, and I tested it pretty extensively. Um, I do think that, and I think when I made my video about Fracas and Nightstick, I think I put the words up there. Is this the new best combat? And I think that's the direction that I'm giving all my viewers going forward. I was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Get your shards back. Go with Nightstick and Fracas. That's what I've been telling people.
I
And
still think Top Shot's
uh,
better. You know, I still do. I still
But I
think
said
that
it's
it clears an area that no one else
it does.
does.
I mean, like I said, I watched the video yesterday and comparing Top Shot to Flak. Yeah, we have that area, and no one's going to match that area, right? But I think a lot of people use
no,
Top Shot directly for that direct target for the HQ, for
right.
lagooning stuff like that, and obviously Flak won that battle out, right? And then obviously going through to Nightstick. I think at the end of the day, it's a very minute. Uh, 5-star max combat, right? It's hard enough getting the shards for a 5-star combat at times, but then having the spark is like 1.7 million or something combat spark to then
Mm.
max it out, right? Like not even I have many level 10 5-star combats because it's just for me it's a very sparse economy. But yes, in that
Yeah.
very small window, the 5-star top shot max, nothing has changed, right? But for the average person who has a 4-star maxed out or a 3-star,
Right.
no,
Yeah, I
not
just
anymore.
think I had Top Shot like up there originally, like godly,
There was
unbelievable.
yes,
Whereas now he's more along the line of Flak, where it's like, he's good, but his situation is differently. Whereas Flak, I think would blow, Top Shot would blow Flak out the water. Whereas now, in some situations, Flak's better. Some situations, Top Shot's better. He's a bit more even and in line now. Although I'm not a fan of the fix. I don't think it's destroyed him, but
So
no,
here's the thing that kind of bothered me more than anything else. And I actually did a recent stream about this, but when I was doing my combat bot, I was doing like I only did 10 because I wasn't gonna go through all of them. It's too many of them at this point. And I had Crater Maker and Flak as my top one, and here's why. So when when I first joined testing, I was like on the fringe of being a no uh a prime league hard mode player. I say top 20 I could deal with, top 5 I couldn't deal with. Now I can deal with a little bit of whoever shows up. You beat who's put in front of you. But at the time I was chasing anybody that could do normal damage. And since then we've had counter after counter after counter that for fire damage, it seems like. So
mm,
now there's a Titan effect, there's a Titan tech tree effect, there is a Billbot core coming out, and so it just made me wonder, like, are you deliberately attacking Topshot and Fireline for a little while? And that scared me off for a very, very long time. And then finally I started using the 4-star, and when I started using the 4-star, I carried him up to level 9. That's when this happened. So I was like, well, shoot, like that was a lot for me, because I sell about 3 to 4 counters for fire damage. And granted, I just said the Fracus is up there, but Fracus has 200% for his acid damage, and Fracus and Nightstick. But that's a secondary attack as opposed to it being the primary attack, and that's the big selling point for me.
I think that Topshot's just been brought down back into line, as you said, was, but I think maybe the question is, would I refund a Topshot? I think if you had the 4-star and below, you'd be asking for your spark back. I think that's what it comes down to, just from a damage aspect, because there's better options out there. So you want to, if you can, anytime you can get to redistribute your spark, you should kind of jump on that. But if you go 5-star max,
but with the 5-star and 4-star now stacking, that's changed. So I think I'm more inclined to use them both, personally. I did use it twice. I did use both of them, and I realized it didn't stack. I took the 4-star out. I'm probably more inclined to use the 4-star as well as the 5-star now. But well, that's my argument anyway. So what do we think? Have we changed opinion? Are we all still that, or are we? Where do you think?
It's almost like I wonder how the developers are going to change it. It might change our opinion later.
We could do it again, can't we?
Well, you saw how I let off. I was like, well, still a top like top 3, top 5. Yeah, I give it a thumbs up on that, because I think it's still pretty. I still think it's pretty good overall.